Well, hi. It's Wednesday and it's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to do some drawings today. And we're going to just, I think, concentrate. And what I like is hands. We're going to concentrate on drawing hands. And I thought, well, that's the hardest thing to do, in fact. So I know I've done a previous video, and but I want to concentrate on two things. And well, first let's get the show going. And I am Dr. John Celestri. What is this? Where do I get this doctorate from? Well, I earned my doctorate of animation through my 45 plus years of professional old school animation and comic book experience. So, for the next 30 minutes, the doctor is in. Hi. Um, how you doing? I'm glad that you're here. Whether you're here live or you are in the chat here watching, or rather looking at this as a rerun, and that would be great. I'm glad that you showed up. Either way, and so I'm gonna kick this off by talking about the importance of hands and gestures. No, just kidding. I'm just going to get going, and I've got two things I want to do with you today. I'm going to show you how I approach drawing hands with two separate particular objects, a ball and a cylinder. And that's it's the feeling to get across the feeling that your hands that you're drawing are actually grasping onto something is one of the more difficult things to do. A lot of times they'll just draw a fist and then they'll stick something in there, draw it that way. No, there are so many different ways that you can position your fingers or that you can grip something. So we're going to play around with those things for the next, 20, 25 minutes or so. So I'm going to get into that. Let me move my hands in here. Okay. Let me get this. Um, I'm going to I'm going to change this up a little bit and just go with the cylinder first. And I'm going to get a layer on here. And so let me just put this on here. Okay, good. So we got here, and let me just to not to get confused, I'm going to work with a a red line here. Okay, let's see. So first thing I'm going to do is see if anybody is here in the chat. No. Let's play with this here. If you have a hand, well, usually you think about the fingers, but just first think about it as a mitten. That's the first thing that you can play with there. And then throw in another layer here on top. If you just bring your fingers down like this, that's the first thing that you've got. Now that's a very straightforward, that's your mitten, in the, grasping something. It's not really doing very much. It's not very dynamic. But if you, we were going to continue drawing this. I'm going to play around this way here. Bend that thumb. Then you start separating the fingers. And you're not going to have it straight forward. It's going to bend the wrist. And there's it's a nondescript, generic hand. I'll throw another layer up here. And instead of that, I'm going to use a blend thing here. I'm going to just play like so, and then notice that now I'm not making the fingers in the same position. I'm not mimicking them. I'm varying how they're holding. And I'm just feeling everything wrapping around there. Let's see. As I'm drawing, you can, please, make a comment. Type in a question. I'm going to do several of these hands, and I'll try, and let's try another one here. Let's another layer, and just going to play with this. And okay, so let's say, and I'm going to change the tubing a little bit here. How about if we make this kind of a sword? There's a hilt, and then a pommel there, something at the bottom there. So now we have something that is more in tune with a drawing of a let's see here. It's more like we are, it's a sword that so many people will be wanting to draw, in a battle scene. But let's see how this can work with just way the hands work, how you can get a feeling of force and dynamics within your fist. And let's play around here with this. Okay, so I'm going to go up here and I'll do my red here. So first things first, when you grasp a hand, I'm not going to go through this whole thing. Where is the thumb? Okay, it's going to be holding right at the top here, against the hilt. And a lot of times you wrap it around. Fingers and hands. And don't be afraid to move your hands, your fingers, the forearms around that hilt. Don't try and do it perfect the first time. Don't worry about it being perfect. You're trying. If you do, you'll make yourself crazy. Now, this is the harder part to usually to draw, which is all of the various fingers and the joints. They're coming up and about. And again, this is not uh, a ham that's gloved. I just started to put that sleeve in there just because of it feels better. I like playing around with that. Um, let's see. The Let me do one more, and this is from the other side around. Okay, let's say you have a. Let's see. Let's say I'm going to go with the other side of the hand, the fist side, and we know that that's your pump. That's the top part of your hand here. I'm just going to remove. Well, let me just let's see. We know that this is here. Okay, so the knuckles. Okay, and so you've got the top of your hand here. You've got your knuckles and a varied positioning of the fingers. So, and again, we're trying to grasp the object. Okay. I'm going to carry on with this one. Okay, so for the carrying something like this, you can you swing it around. You could do whatever you want, but I'm just doing a just basic shaping, wrapping the fingers around the object, and now that's a basic move. Let me go to the circle. And with the circle, move that up there and the layer here. So now, if you want to grasp, let's say it's a ball, okay? You want to pick it up. You can let's say if you have a finger here that's coming down. Again, cradle it. And you don't need to have a fist to hold on to that ball. You've got fingers that will kind of encase it. So, okay. Um, at the same time, let's say we want to do something that is let me move this about. I'm going to move this up, I think. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do here. Um, Move it up here. And okay, so let's say we've got, oh, I move things around here. That's okay. So let's say you want to have it, you want to hold on to something that it's on right at the very tip of your fingers. There's your thumb and your forefinger. The thing about it is to just draw this thing in a way that you would, get that out of the way here. Um, okay. So let's see here. Always think about your line of action of some sort. Make it interesting, even if you're just doing something very simple. Um, let's say here, where am I going here? What am I missing here? Okay, I'll lay down another layer here. And let me move this circle down. Okay. And here. So again, you're holding, let's say you want to wrap this finger, these hands around the ball. Again, it's to encircle it. You don't have to do it the same way every time. You can vary it. You can have a finger that's sticking out sometimes, you know, like that. Don't don't try and just stuff a or just think of how you're in your hand the object feels. Okay, and okay, going to be playing around with this a little bit more. Oh, I drew around there. Okay, let me just do this. Okay, in a circle here, and Put another layer here. So sometimes, let's say we want to do let's see. Last time I was working, just I was trying to I was showing you your basic constructions of the hands and how to think about them. Now, don't think of them as just four fingers. Let me just get. Oh, we got Frater. See, hello there. How you doing? We are just kind of playing around here with hands and just showing you how to approach the various, just objects and how to hold on to them. How are you doing, sir? Um, let's see here. So there's a. It's amazing what the as I was talking about, as I said, the last time we talked about basically the construction of a hand is, say, the palm is so is a rectangle, and you have your digits shooting out of here, and then you know where the joints are. The same thing here. So you have an idea of where everything is, and how you grasp how you can turn them together. But when you're drawing, you don't they all you can have them, in various positions, like so. Yes, great, thank you, you're doing well. So carry on here. The But there are so many different ways that you can hold on to an object. Again, let's do the ball here. Um, okay, let's see here. Let's okay. I'm going to play around with this a little bit more. If you remember marbles, basically, the whole idea is that you have your finger underneath the ball, and then you're going to spring it out like so. Again, you're going to hold it with your there's the ball, there's the marble, there's your thumb. This is your forefinger, your middle finger, ring finger, and then you're going to snap it. And you're going to play around with these shapes and forms, and the action there is what sells it. So Frater, he says, I make the most mistakes if I draw the proportions. I want to draw every phalanges a little differently, like a real hand. Yeah, that's a problem. And the thing about it is, why do you want to be realistic? You know, drawing should be the feeling of you're supposed to be is just the feeling of the motion. The this part here, once again, um, there's no reason to feel that you need to do that. I'll move that up a little bit here. Um, Again, it's all about making a feeling of an object. The hand is really um, an emotional thing. You know, here's a claw. You don't have to draw every object. Draw the emotion of that. It's a spiky element here. Just draw it as quickly as you possibly can and capture the movement, the feeling. And once you get used to doing that, then you'll be able to do all kinds of realistic emotions and attitudes. But get it's just if you try to be realistic, you're just you're trying to photograph and replicate something that already exists. What's the fun of that? It's been done. You could do it with a with a camera. So let's see here. um so let's say you have a baseball bat. Okay. Okay, you've got your knob here. Here's your hand here, your handle there. Let's uh, let's draw a little something on top of that. Okay, we've got going to have two hands on here. It's two hands. And usually what happens is that you've got your now to me that I've got I can play around with this a bit. Let's let's lay over this a bit here. And I'll make this the last one. So, and let's do this with a black here. Okay, so I'm going to lay down the cleanup line here underneath it. And now you'll see that I'm not trying to replicate what I had before. No, I'm just going to try and get the feeling of this this hand and this and the knuckles and such. But it's it's the feeling that's more important than anything else now of the hands. And it's trying to grip this bat. And it's I think you can see how that is. There's a now you're feeling something with it. Let me move it back here. There's a this is where it we start playing around a bit. This is an overlap because you know that you can't, just to get a feeling of one knuckle hand on top of the other. It's here. Just erase just a little. Now you can. I'm going to just put a little. You can see where the what the hand works with everything else. You know how it's the hands are gripping this this bat. So if anything, what I'd like you to do, and what I'd like to leave you with is let me get here. What I'd like to leave you with is don't worry about structure um, of your fingers like that. Don't worry about how exactly it is. Say what is it saying? think of it as something that is pliable and malleable. Don't think of it as you're carving in stone, but something that is plastic to and expressive. So, you know, the best thing I can do right now is tell you, go and look at your own hands. Don't try and copy them, but draw the feeling that you have for the emotion, and use a very simple line, very simple, um, shapes. So anyway, um, take care, and I hope you have a good rest of the day, and draw everything that you can see and imagine. So you take care, and see you next time. Bye.